loyalty or commitment? Welcome and Dad starts to another episode of I'm Just Saying.
Hey.
We are here today to discuss the topic of loyalty or commitment. It's going to be a great topic today, so we're going to jump right in. So we're going to start with loyalty. Basically, the definition of loyalty is a strong feeling of support or allegiance, an oath or a pledge. So what does that mean, Michelle? That means when you're loyal to something, you commit to it. You are dedicated to it. You have pledged your allegiance to a situation or a person or a scenario or circumstance. So, like, for example, we pledge allegiance to the flag. There has been, we know that it's a whole controversy right now going on with our United States of America, our flag. But that's an example of when you have loyalty. You have loyalty to your country. You pledge allegiance to your flag. We salute the flag, the American flag. So that's an example of how you can pay tribute or salute or show your loyalty. Also, there are different traits of loyalty. So basically, loyalty comes with about 5 traits that I researched.
Okay.
The first one is honesty. Loyal people show honesty and integrity at all times.
Okay.
Regardless of the situation, when they are loyal to you, you can be right, wrong, or indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be honest about the situation. They're going to tell you the direct truth. They're not going to try to sugarcoat it. They're not going to try to make you feel good about it. They're going to just let you know the honest answer or the best honest advice or opinion that they have.
Right.
So one characteristic of being loyal is that you want to be honest.
Gotcha.
You want to be a person who has integrity. You want to be a person who's bold enough to speak the truth to whoever it is that you're being loyal to or whatever situation that you're being loyal to.
Gotcha.
So another characteristic or trait of loyalty would be trustworthiness, or you can be trustworthy. That meaning, if you're loyal to a person, like, for example, if I'm loyal to my job or my supervisor, I'm not talking to them behind their back. I'm not talking about them behind their backs. I'm not, doing some type of shady stuff. I'm not trying to get over on them. I'm not trying to scam them or anything like that.
Right.
So I'm trustworthy. Like, basically, if they come to me, they can count that I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. They can depend on me. I'm reliable. I'm trustworthy. They know that if we have a confidential conversation, that it's not going to go outside of that room.
Right.
Okay. It won't be repeated. So I think being trustworthy is a big thing when you're talking about loyalty, because like the president or like these people that have like a high status or prestige, you need loyal people. Or even take leaders like pastors and government officials. If you don't have a team that's loyal to you, you don't have a team. Like, at the end of the day, if your people aren't loyal to you, if they're the main ones who's going behind your back, being dishonest, doing some type of malice or showing some type of deviousness toward your campaign or toward you as a person or the position that you hold, then you don't have anybody that's loyal. Have you ever experienced someone who's just been disloyal to you before?
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone. But I can understand why, it's very important to have that trait of honesty and loyalty, because I know if you're going to be loyal to someone or if someone is going to be loyal to you, it may be a difficult thing to do. And what makes it easier, what still gives them assurance, is that you're honest,
right?
And that you're your trustworthiness, and they believe you, and it reminds them of why they're loyal to you.
Right.
So they won't, get dissuaded into believing other things about you. They know you because you're always truthful and open and honest. So
Absolutely.
they can defend you when you're not present and remind themselves of why they do it. So I just know that's important. So I totally agree.
That's a very good point. Yeah, just to show yourself loyal, you want to, for lack of a better word, prove to people that they can trust you. Prove to people that you're in their corner and that they're comfortable being around you. They're comfortable sharing with you. They're comfortable knowing that if anything happens, that you got their back.
Exactly.
Which kind of leads into the next, well, not the next trait, but another trait of loyalty is keeping a commitment. I started off by saying, it's a support or an allegiance to something, an oath or a pledge. We have a lot of military. They take these oaths. They pledge to serve the country. You have police officers. They pledge, they take oaths to protect and to serve the community. Right. And so this is loyalty. This is not only loyalty to a career or industry in a career field, but it's loyalty to a community of people. It's loyalty to just like, the force itself is loyalty to your co-workers. Mm-hmm. When, our dad served 38 years in the Army. So he had taken the oath where live or die, you got to support your crew. You got to support your battalion and all the other men and women who are serving alongside you. And these loyalties are not taken lightly. Right. When your life depends on someone else, and they can be a contributing factor or a contributing demise to your livelihood or to your life as a whole. Mm-hmm. Loyalty holds precedent. It's like probably one of the most highest things that you can have when you're talking about life or death, mm-hmm. or your allegiance to someone. Because if we're out there on the front line and we got terrorist attacks and people shooting at us, they're aiming to kill us, I have to trust that you have my back. Like, we don't even, we may have been on the same battalion together for a long time, but let's just say we haven't. Let's say that you're a new private and now you've been deployed over to, Iraq or something. So now you're the newbie on the team. You have to come in with a loyalty already set. Like, it's a mentality. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to come in knowing that today I may not even walk out of here alive. Or if I may hop out of here alive, I may lose a leg, I may lose an arm, but whatever is going to happen, that my crew, my brotherhood and my sisterhood, they're going to have my back and they're going to do everything they can to get me out of here. It's like a commitment.
Right.
And meaning a commitment, you can't be flaky. Like, you can't be that person who's straddling the fence. You got to commit to it. You got to be dedicated to this. Like, loyalty is so, such a very important thing in a lot of areas. Yeah. And I've learned at that starts that loyalty is a hard thing. It's a challenge for a lot of people to show themselves loyal to whatever it is. Like, it's challenging to be loyal to a spouse. It's challenging to be loyal in a relationship with a partnership. It's challenging to be loyal in business. And I just come to find out that that's like one of the prerequisites for me to even be connected to somebody. Like, if you're coming in and you're disloyal, dishonest, I can't trust you, I'm discerning that you're not in it for the right reasons, I'm already putting an X by your name. I'm already kind of like a little iffy about who you are, what's your point, what's your reasons to be in my company, or what is your motive? Is it pure, or do you have an agenda? And is the agenda in the right, context of what we're trying to do? Right. Are you trying to manipulate the situation? And I just found that, I'm like, wow, and thank God for the spirit of discernment. I've been able to filter out the good and the bad. But sometimes it's hard because some people, just like you have those good manipulators, some people have practiced the art of pretending to be loyal, and then when you most need them, the disloyalty comes out. Have you ever experienced that before? I'm
sorry, I haven't. I don't want to be misleading. I don't want you guys to not be loyal to me, so I'm being,
I'm being honest.
But I like to think of loyalty like I always try and compare it to the most simplest terms. When I think of it, I think of how I believe loyalty is of course earned, and like if we just look at it like a brand like Kroger or Nike or something, like they've earned loyal customers.
Right.
That's the reason why their customers will stand in a long line for 3 hours for some Air Jordans or whatever.
Right, Chipotle.
Yes. Because they've proven their quality, they've proven their consistency, they've proven that you get what you pay for. It's long lasting, and you're gonna enjoy it, and they stand by their product. And once that trust is built, people will wait out in the rain for their shoes, or people they're reluctant or hesitant to go to another grocery store because they know Kroger.
They're gonna deliver. They're gonna be true to their word.
Yeah, the name speaks for itself. So branding yourself as a loyal person, you know what I'm saying, speaks for itself. When someone says Michelle and you say something different or negative about Michelle or Ronnie, you're like, no, that's not, I don't know what you're talking about. We must be talking about a different person, because the person I know is totally different from that.
Right.
And that just comes with consistency, you know what I'm saying, maintaining your honesty and your trustworthiness amongst those people, and being a servant to the people.
Right.
And making sure that they're happy and making it easy for them to be loyal to you.
Right, absolutely. It's almost like you gotta show you, like I love the word you use, you said to earn loyalty, but it's also reciprocated. Like that company or that brand has to first show how loyal they are to their customers. And, you know, that could just be because the products that they make are of good quality, and they deliver this consistent quality over and over and over again, you know. So it's like a two-way street. For me to trust in you, you got to trust in me too. Like every time you use like a brand like Nike, and no, we are not supporting Nike, but Nike, if you would like for us to continue to be affiliated with you, by all means, we definitely will. But we do support Nike. Like we walk a lot, we run a lot, so I depend on Nike brands. Not to say that any other brand is not as loyal and as a good of a product, but I know if I go buy a pair of Nikes and I go run it, they're gonna last. They're not gonna fail me. They're gonna be comfortable. I'm not gonna get any type of calluses or bunions or corns, anything like that on my feet. You know, I'm comfortable because they have different types of sneakers for walking, for running, for working. You know, so they have proven to me to be a very honest company. You know, I have never had an issue with the brand, so I can't even give a scenario of where I had to return something for them to show me more loyalty, because they've always just been such a great brand. So with that being said, that means that in part of the commitment or keeping the commitment to loyalty or to being loyal to somebody, you got to be present for them. You got to show up for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you can't be flaky. You can't be the one where they're always concerned about, are you going to be reliable, dependable or not? You know, loyalty has to be something that, without a doubt, people get up front.
Right.
Another strong one is support. You know, again, showing others that they matter, being concerned about what they're talking about, being that positive reinforcement for them, you know, being the, we talked about obligation and support last week on I'm Just Saying podcast, and we was giving some definition of support and some traits of support, and it just means to hold something up, for something else to carry the burden or the weight of something, to always being present. And so with that, loyalty or a loyal person, they do that. They always are interested in the concerns of other people. It matters to them. Like if you have